Hey, what's up everybody? This is Sage Lewis from Search Engine Guide, and this is the story of the week. This week, the story of the week goes to Jennifer Laycock for the story how social media didn't change business. It's a very personal story, and it's already garnered a lot of comments. People love this article because she's talking about people. And she talks about her grandfather who was an insurance agent in her town, and the dedication that he had to the people of his town. She talks about how he put off his retirement for a year because there was a big tornado that came through their town and decimated the town, and he stayed on through his retirement to make sure every claim was processed. And you know, I've thought a lot about social media, and I've thought about how it is the new leveler, that search engine marketing and social media is going to be taking the business world by force, really, to a new kind of thinking, a kind of thinking that is all about the person. It's all about caring and loving the people that you work with, your employees and your customers. But Jennifer made me realize that this is not a new concept. This is how business used to be. Business used to be dedicated to the individuals that you serviced and trying to be an upstanding citizen in your business. That was what business was about. It was all about local. And then we grew into these large retail boxes and these large multinational companies. And we lost sight of all of that. And it was all about conversion, making the sale, get that money. That's what it was all about. And now we know that social media is changing that through the likes of Google and that type of thing, because we know the number one thing people trust are user-generated reviews. You know this. You go to Amazon, and probably one of the first things you do when you find a product, you go down to the bottom of that page and read what people talked about that product. Google is continually taking user-generated reviews, good or bad or indifferent, and putting them at the top of the results when they for particular brand names. And it's doing that because you know you love that. And if the user, if the customer, the client, has that kind of control over your brand, you have no choice but to go back to the ideals that people like Jennifer's grandfather had, and go back to the people and care about the people and love the people, because that is what made your business. It wasn't about just having this massive marketing campaign that was just going for conversion rates. It wasn't how business was done at all. And perhaps through social media and through the internet, we can go back to the way things were, where business was about the individual. Legitimately, honestly, it wasn't just some talking point that people threw out in a marketing campaign. They believed it, they lived it. And maybe through these kinds of tools, we will go back to that way. I hope so. Good job, Jennifer. Keep putting it out. Keep talking about these great, important ideas, because this is what is going to be a 21st century business, like things were when your grandfather was a reputable insurance agent. All right, everybody, if you haven't checked out this article, be sure to go over here, read what Jennifer says in How Social Media Didn't Change Business. It's a great article. Okay, everybody, this is Sage Lewis from Search Engine Guide, and that is the story of the week.